Cheers, Mavuka Hookah, or whatever the hell your name is after this. To a job well done. We defeated a giant sea monster. We lost that Jade chamber, which is a shame because that thing was pretty damn cool. We beat up a young adult man who's named after a not adult man. Child, if you get the joke. Okay, good, you get the joke. Anyways, I went ahead and thought that because of how much you and the others have helped, even though they can't come in here because they're too young, I figured I'd splurge a bit of the mora that we'd saved up during the mission on the side by killing bandits and random farmers in the forest and buy us a feast. So, dig in, cheers to us, good times ahead. What do you mean? A feast? Zhongli did? Are you telling me that I jumped the gun and celebrated too early? Do you know how much this cost me? Oh, fuck it, let's go. Hey, I don't have an intro. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Genshin. I know. I have nothing to do till Star Rail gets voiced. I'm sorry. I wanted to do Woo-Woo. Oh, my sword disappeared, scared me. I wanted to do Woo-Woo, but I know everybody wants Genshin, but then I also kind of wanted to react to other things.
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light.
Why do you and every other redhead that I put on this screen when I do an intro or an outro cut me off? You know what? No, I'm not even going to the spiel. It's Genshin. We gotta finish off the new star approaches and get into the next quest. So let's do this. Zhongli, you promised me a feast. Let's have a fucking feast, my boy. Fairy lady. Undertaker? Oh, this is the funeral parlor. Your name is Undertaker?
I'm afraid that Wangsheng funeral parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We were invited.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
The bank?
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble.
I could. Also, why does this woman look like she's very angry with this cat?
We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Random character panning in off screen? No? Okay. Hey, usurped my expectations. So wait. Surely Zhongli would be aware. Such an astute individual as himself, right? Oh, this building is what? What the is that a cheese wheel? Oh, or a radiant spine crystal. Either or. Huawei. Vlad, good to see you again, my guy. We're going in. Please, pardon us. Oh, holy flashbang, Batman.
You call this cooperation between harbingers. Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Oh shit, what's her name? Signora? Signora. Bring-da-da-ding. And Zhongli?
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you
Like his
happy
name,
that you got
or
to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that.
What is... I was not expecting this.
Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, ma'am. I remember you when you whooped Venti's ass.
Child, and you're also one of the harbingers?
Also, what in the Hoyo angles is what is this convenient hair sensor?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name.
Yeah, you bodied a bard there.
Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Oh, I got time to take it back. Ma'am, I'm 2 for 2 on bosses right now. One of them's a harbinger. You're next, bitch.
No, don't let her get to you.
She got to me. I wished for combat.
You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle.
Why would you say that out loud?
So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the harbingers are here.
We got you and Zhongli here, right? Zhongli's a guy on rotation. He's got shields, right?
Well, if it isn't you two.
What up?
This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map.
It was like an hour ago.
Awkward, wouldn't you say?
I mean, if you say it like that.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui harbinger.
Oh, we'll give it away.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally.
I believe when he says that.
Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end.
And you know all of it being an act.
Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you.
Do I hold it against him? Hold on, I gotta actually think about that. I'm a spiteful asshole, I probably would.
The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Nora and Zhongli?
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child.
Hoyo
There'll be
Angles?
plenty of time to chat once I'm through here.
Yeah?
You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Oh my god, this is where they drop it. This is where they drop bombs. Sir, deep inhales won't help.
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
What? Paimon's face is wild.
Yes.
Zhongli. I mean, I did have my suspicions. It's not like he's on Banner and I've known about it for years or anything.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio?
And you're broke as fuck?
No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
What did Signora do?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Oh. The... Cryo Archon? Like a past friend? Is this like a past agreement? I don't...
You don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Way to lay out, like, what, the last 3 episodes of this in 2 seconds, Paimon?
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Is there like a catalyst floating behind you? Like, what's going on?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain.
No shit.
As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the adepti.
That's crazy.
Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Wow, that's gotta be crazy to hear and then to think to yourself after having 6,000 years of consciousness.
Oh, Zhongli.
I think bro just needs a nap. A drink and a nap.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart.
That's life, buddy. That'll never change.
Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer.
You are not about to say
So I feigned my own death.
this whole
and
thing.
gathered the cast of Child, the adepti, and the Liyue Qixing.
Was
to play their
all
roles
staged.
together on the stage that was Liyue.
What? Okay, look. Don't get me wrong. I've known about Genshin for years. Obviously, I knew he was in Banner because he was all the rage on the internet back in the day, so I knew who he was. But I didn't know this. Were you satisfied with the finale?
Indeed I was. The gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the gnosis until now.
So the gnosis it's... Oh god, I forget what they said about it. Like, a vision is a mark that you're like an element user, but a gnosis is a mark that you're a god. And people who use the elements who have visions, they can become gods. So it's like, if you become a god, does your vision transform into a gnosis? It's curious.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached...
Do not answer my questions, for the love of fucking God. I can hear you typing already.
Divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for.
You're quite happy considering what you're doing.
Take the adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the cryo-archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child.
Childe.
This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, Traveler.
That's cool and all. I'm still trying to process this scene.
All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
I mean, yeah? Well, okay, hold on. I can't say that, because from his perspective, like, the dude, he's set in stone in his ways. That's like his whole shtick, right? There probably not one time in his brain has he ever thought that, like, the adepti had any different role since their founding and placement of their role to literally today, until he saw their actions. The Qixing, human lives, shit changes by the day almost, you know? Year, month, week, day. If you were these humans who were born, 3,000 plus years worth of generations later, and the only thing you know about the adepti is that they live in the mountains, when a problem happens in Liyue, my first thought wouldn't be, oh shit, surely the dudes from the mountains that came down 1,000,000 years ago will come down and fix this. No, these are people that sit in seats of importance, and they have, like, goals and ambitions. Like, absolutely they jumped in there to fix that problem themselves. That should have been a no-brainer. I'm telling you, it's because it was Zhongli that was not foreseen. I think anyone else, mortal-wise, even the Harbingers, or even the Traveler or Paimon, would have seen that coming.
Huh?
Personal opinion.
That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent.
Oh, okay.
I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me.
So he did
And
kind of
also
have a
that
feeling.
which I longed for the most.
Because he wants the Age of Man to
this
start.
is
I
the
forgot
best
about that
parting
detail.
gift anyone could have given this god of old.
So that's what he didn't foresee it happening this way, but he did think it was going to happen. Okay.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me?
Nah.
You've practically kept me in the dark.
Bro, you knocked me in the face with a whale. I feel nothing for you.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything.
I will say this, like, it kind of bugs me that the Fatui are like these widely accepted bad guys, but then they're just like in everyone's business. And it feels really forced. But I do like that you have two of their leaders that are acting with at least some conduct in front of who they painted to be, like, you know, the guys they're stealing from with, like, the gods, the Gnosis stuff. I just like that they're professional enough to not just go ham right out the gate.
If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
You were both equally fooled. Yeah, I have no idea. You've really embarrassed yourself this time.
Haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Is that a saying, Paimon?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zappolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty. The
Fuck did you say? Zappolyarny?
Child.
Kiss the Blarney Stone?
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Damn.
Do as you wish.
But do be there. Holy Hoyo angles. Jesus criminy.
Is there anything else you wish to ask me?
You know? Yeah, I want to know this. What could possibly be worth handing over, like, arguably the biggest MacGuffin in the game?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade.
Yeah.
Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Surely it's like the Fatui pulling out a Liyue and, like, agreeing to leave it alone in the future.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Yeah. The mark of a god.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it.
Yeah.
My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts.
Well, I mean, with what you paid, yeah, I agree.
As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales,
I'm so interested.
uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
I slapped the fuck out of you. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god, she's tall. Well, she also has like 80-inch long. Okay.
Paimon can't absorb so much information at once.
Oh no, Paimon.
So, Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo-Archon? Paimon's so curious.
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
Oh, that makes so much sense, but I still hate you.
You're so petty.
I mean, is that pettiness?
Today's the day of the rite of parting.
Is
Although
it?
the star of the show is
Oh
fate,
no.
we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
I've done so much in this city. Surely there's a way to climb up this. No!
The bad haul.
Really wasn't. Follow the road up to Qixing Terrace. Ooh, awkward.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really...
So they're
But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
really going along with the death. I thought it would all be revealed at the end, but
Come
they're
on.
really going
You
with
think
it.
that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything.
Yeah, true.
There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
This is just
Fatui.
common.
They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
This time? Does this dude cause problems in the past? Swear to God.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
You could say it was orchestrated.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes,
Yes, it's very possible indeed. Uncle Son and Uncle Geo.
Together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel.
Jeez Louise.
Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Interesting. And he had that... Childe had... His vision went crazy and he had that foul transformation thing. And he was water and lightning type. Like, I'm so curious about that. Don't say anything in the comments.
Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
It's just like the people of Liyue, and there's like 3 dudes here.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said.
Said that he died because of a divine trial.
So that's how they're spinning it.
Paimon, not out loud.
Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot.
It probably is what it is, Paimon.
Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the adepti knew anything.
I mean, they probably put it together. They're all smart people.
Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
That's possible.
Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Oh God, we're late. We gotta get in there, Paimon. Get in there, go. Oh, everyone's here. Oh shit.
Look, it's Ningguang.
Excuse the bike. I'll park it.
Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
Paimon, we're 6 feet away. Let him speak. Jesus.
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
Dun dun dun.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we...
Oh God, it's Yinger. Oh God.
Time can be pitiless.
Oh God. Oh.
The long, unending dream of our archon walking among us.
Adam Ping.
Now that we have awoken from our dream,
what in the Penacony is happening?
Learn to say farewell.
We must awaken from our dreams.
Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
Ah!
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
You hung? We hung. They hung. I hung.
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Paimon, don't make eye contact.
Traveler.
Oh shit. Hey?
Yikes! She really is looking our way.
What gave it away? Was it the walk up or?
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
The hell just happened to me?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long.
Uh-huh.
Name your price. You deserve that much.
Can I win my next 10 pool with a 5-star?
Whoa.
I feel like I don't ask a lot. Don't whoa me. Whoa. Look at that smile. He's a little smug about it.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Voiced? Final farewell. Every merchant in this crowd is like, oh God, why is she looking at me like that? I gotta go. Oh no, I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to do it. Let's talk to you first. The lasting incense, the lengths we went to get our hands on that. Powders made from glaze lilies still remain at the bottom. 2,999,000 moras worth of incense going up in smoke. Black and white World War II flashbacks to the quest line.
Rex Lapis. Oh, Rex Lapis.
Say it in the mirror 3 times.
Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
He would be proud of your business opportunities, sir. All right, Madam Ping.
As for the mortals and adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Are you just like a really old adepti? That's crazy. Oh God, I'm so scared.
And to think I put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it.
Woman, time and place, dear God.
But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis.
Oh my God, thank you for fucking
Well,
bitching
that's
on.
fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
What? You terrify me. Okay, let me look at the bell. What's the bell do? Mortals on its way. Hard to believe someone is too bad. Yeah. Madam Ping, you are fucking wild. Ka-ching!
Why you? Were you just trying to look cool earlier, or are you really that selfless?
Yeah, I don't know either.
If you were looking for someone, you could have just told me that in private.
When the hell would I ever talk to you in private?
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite. There's much that remains to be done. I didn't miss anything, did I?
No one tell her. Alright, Ningguang.
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our deeds come up for their review.
Oh my God. Oh, I never turned my camera back on this whole time. That's awkward. So no one is gonna see my face annihilated when they did that Rex Lapis bomb drop. Anyway, let's go look for Zhongli at the scene. Oh wait, you're literally over here. That's crazy.
Hey, Zhongli!
Guy.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again.
I don't know, what is this, a guilt trip? What are you doing?
And here you are looking all relaxed.
It's guilt trip.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years?
Yeah, it's gotta be massive.
Right. If the 2 of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Liyue kiosk.
A kiosk? Are you where they invented kiosks from in the past? This is where they got the inspiration for it?
That sounds like fun talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some 3rd-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Liyue kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
Ma'am, do remember, this dude literally invented money.
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora? You've been this way this entire time, but...
Why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do.
Respect.
When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to.
Abbott.
But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Paimon, this dude's been alive for 6,000 years. Cut. Like, I don't know.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that.
Thank you.
In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that.
Hey, you're about to have a whole new lease on life, dude.
I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you.
It was a fine journey, except for all the collection quest bullshit.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Oof.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
Yep, we got 2 down.
I fear
5 to
that
go.
continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Inazuma? Closed? What in the Japan is happening? Oh god, I can hear them. I smell the sweat and the deodorantless, non-showering weebs. They can sense the Inazuma. They sense the god of lightning.
The Electro Archon Ball.
Fail.
And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Right in May.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
Have we?
Raiden?
Have we?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
The Raiden Shogun. Inazuma Shogunate.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year.
You've been to Inazuma?
Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
Medallions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power.
Well, don't tell me there's gonna be like racism against vision holders.
But if a person
Are you visionist?
shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Oh, it's absolutely people doing... It's visionists.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Surely that's what it is, right?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
Statue of the omnipresent god?
They want to seize visions.
Wait.
Why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
Also, I know that there's still gods, but they all got smacked down in the Archon War, and there's only 7 standing high as the head of the nation. So who the fuck? Statue of the... Or is that just like a nickname for Raiden Shogun? Is it? It's a statue of her?
In the Raiden Shogun's eyes, It is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
I mean, that makes sense.
Whoa, that's harsh.
It makes sense, but yes.
The animal
Agreed.
archon is the god of freedom, and the geo archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity.
God of eternity.
It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal reign.
Oh, she wants like stagnation, and vision holders increase the likelihood of craziness.
The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity.
Ah, power vacuums.
Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people.
I tell you, I will not forget our adage. Fear the old blood.
Oh God.
7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles.
The heavenly principles.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Oh yeah, we're wrapping it up about the trial.
Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know.
The motherfucker's like, as if I could fail one of these.
That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead.
I was about to say, like, they basically just stopped chasing us and just didn't mind that we were walking around the city.
I hinted as much to the adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions?
I guess I'm about to.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
About Childe.
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
Poor guy.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front.
Oh, I'm sure that lady's
browbeating
on that
the
shit.
envoys of the Fatui.
Browbeating.
Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now.
Oh yeah.
All right then.
Cutthroat.
Was there anything else you wished?
So the Liyue Qixing.
The time of the adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
And where are those who remember?
Qixing is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and adepti. Could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
About money.
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora into that?
Wait. Is he a regular dude now? I guess your vision lets you use elemental power, but does a gnosis let you use god power? Are you really a god if you get all your shit through a tool? I know he kept saying that he wanted to go on as immortal, but I didn't know if that was just like an act or a facade. Is this dude legitimately just a regular fucking dude now?
Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear?
Could you imagine if money just vanished?
Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
Surely it'll be okay.
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo Archon's power.
Wait. That's the only way that Mora is made? That's not minted with like ore that people get out of like mountains and hills and caves? Literally every fucking coin in rotation was made by this dude? 6,000 years is a lot. I don't know what goes into making more. I don't know what to say.
This is terrible. We're all about to run out of Mora. The world is coming to an end.
No. Trust me, Paimon, as a young man who lives in the land of capitalism, the money will flow.
Yes.
It will find a way to flow.
From a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Yep. Ball's in their court now. We're done.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
I gave myself a hefty billion before I got rid of my powers.
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common sense idea.
You didn't do it, did you?
It's a shame.
What's a shame?
This video?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time.
How are you 6,000 years old? And dumb as a box of rocks!
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
There's nothing else.
Well, then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation.
Yeah, where is Inazuma? I don't even know where it is on the map.
I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Ooh, sweet serendipity. Ooh, and I'm doing just fine. I'm in the nick of time on the skin of my teeth. Sorry, that's gonna be stuck in my head now. Chapter 1, Act 3 complete. A new star approaches. Bam, baby, it is done. Adventure rank 35. Bow keep. What the fuck did that say? Jade Chamber Rising. Go to Eugene Terrace and listen to. Oh, okay. A teapot to called home. Talk to Madam. We get our own teapot. Oh, that's right. I picked up a fucking wall at some point. Zhongli, since since Liyue is done now, what are your parting words for us?
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Literally nothing. Okay. Well, shit. That's it. We fucking did it, people. Don't look at me like that, Zhongli. Where's Inazuma? Well, that's not ominous looking. Who the hell's all the way over here? Is it over here? They're really painting it out to be this Japan land thing, so I think it's over here, right? String of islands. Like, it's gotta be over there. Hello? Hello? Oh. Well, speaking, that's Inazuma, people. So what is this icon? I've never seen this icon before. It's not anywhere else on the map. Well, never mind. I think we found where Inazuma is. Bro, how the fuck do you get over there? Okay. I won't even debate it. I won't even debate it. What are we doing here? Chamber Rising. We will be reunited. What is this? Autumn winds. Complete other quest to continue. Complete other quest to continue. The crane returns on the wind. Is this the one? However, there's a buzz in the news. The Jade Chamber's rebuilding. Go to Eugene Chance. Oh, they're rebuilding it. Ye's blessing, Sacred Mountain. What? TCG? I'm interested. Tell me more. Donsliff, Chapter 1, Act 5, Prelude. Oh, I gotta do this. Catherine and Monsanto just seem to have something to tell you. This is the Prelude. Yeah, because I just did Act 2. This is Act 4. No, I didn't do Act 2. I did Act 1. I don't know what that is. Surely this has to be the one, right? Yeah, this has gotta be it. There's Ningguang. We gotta go listen to her speech.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement.
Okay.
Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Yay!
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project.
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
She's buying all of it.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity.
Do you sell plants?
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
We're about to find out, I have a feeling.
Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project.
That's good.
Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today.
Us?
The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
I sense a grinding quest coming on.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of those other 2.
Ha! What a scrub, he doesn't know what they are.
Only sufficiently large pieces of Plostrite, or specifically
Tommy, fuck off!
Vermilionite, may earn
Get the hell out of
themselves
here.
the Sunset moniker.
Thought I turned that off.
This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade Chamber. Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable as the mechanical core itself. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when.
Ooh.
I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay
The
a generous
Gohan
price for
haircut
the
is going on
materials
here.
that you find. And in addition, the first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask me a question.
Oh god.
You may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer. I trust that this means of compensation will be to everyone's satisfaction.
Lady Ningguang, will you give me $1 million? No.
These things won't be easy to get hold of.
Well,
But if it
angles.
means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development plan for next year.
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
God.
Wow, what a coincidence. I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some Plostrite just the other day. So excuse me all, but I have some business to do.
And now everybody followed you home that night. Why would you say that out loud, dude?
No. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal!
Yeah!
Get involved!
Ah! Madame.
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested?
Not really, but I needed to do a quest to continue the quest, so sure.
Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
What about my sister?
Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business!
Oh, that's so sweet!
Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again!
I'm on with the long-term thinking. Way to go, traveling buddy.
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there.
It'd be cool if we
I
actually
have
get to,
other
like,
business
build
to attend
this.
to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary.
Which one? You have
Remember,
like 6.
This is a race against the clock.
Please don't be
A
timed.
rare opportunity presents itself to you. Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
It's about to be a time quest.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on!
Super!
Let's get going!
Alright.
First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over there.
Man,
Is that Shinha?
you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up.
That's not what I expected to see.
As it happens,
did I pick the
we have
wrong
some
quest?
Information about the materials that I really think might interest you. Come on, let's find somewhere a little more private.
She came out way after this, I think, in the game. There's no way I did this right.
No, I don't need it.
Don't be like that. Hey, come on, don't go!
Poor guy.
Don't just stand there. After her.
What the fuck in broad daylight, bro? Guys, have you seen her trailer? She will body you. Interlude chapter, Act 1, The Crane Returns to the Wind.
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information.
I heard a lot of things, Paimon.
Just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out.
Paimon, I have a feeling I'm not doing the right quest. For fuck's sake, how many books are on this shelf? Nothing over here either. Oh, wait, here it is. Something. Oh, shit. Well, if I'm reading this right, we have quite a few things we have to do. We have to do that weird Dane Sleef one I was looking at before. And then there's some story quests we gotta do. Something about lupus miners and the meanings of Lupa Dupa. It's just literally just... Hold on, let me check my archive real quick. Yeah, I think they might just be referencing the new Wuthering Waves character. I'm not sure. Anyways, apparently we have a lot of shit we gotta do before we can go to Inazuma. Oh boy. Right about now is where I would cue the montage, but instead I think I'm just gonna end the video. Very abruptly.